Video is on properties of logs. There's 3 different types of properties we're going to talk about today. The first property is called product property, and that says when we have a log, base anything, with 2 numbers being multiplied inside of them, in parentheses, in this case m times n, we can expand that log to be written as log base b of that m, but then you can add the same log base b of that separate n. You can go backwards as well. If you have logs with the same bases of 2 numbers being added together, you can then condense them to be multiplied. Let's look at our first example. Here we have logs, the same bases, being added together. We're going to condense it into just one log with the same base of 7 times 4, and we can simplify that to log base 2 of 28. Skipping on to number 3, same type of deal. We're going to condense it into one log of a log base 4 of 2x times 4x squared, and that makes log base 4. When we multiply that, 8x to the third. Now we can expand as well, writing one log into multiple logs. So for example, log of 6, I can rewrite that as maybe just log 3 times 2. And then expanding it even further, writing it into multiple logs of a log 3 plus another log of the 2. Doing one more example, let's say number 6, log base 2 of 5 times x could be expanded to log base 2 of 5 plus a log base 2 of x. That's product property. Now, quotient property says that we can condense logs or expand logs when they're being divided. For example, on the left, if we have a log, let's say base b, of a number divided by another number, we can write it through subtraction, where the numerator comes first, and then subtract from the denominator. For example, number 7, condensing it into just one log. We have 24 then divided by 8, which can be simplified to log base 3 of 3. Now I could actually also simplify this, if possible. Log base 3 of 3. 3 raised to what power gives you 3, and that's 1. Let's go ahead and do number 9, log base 4, and we're going to condense that into one log. Remember, subtraction means that we divide. We divide our numbers, and then we're going to simplify that to log base 4 of x to the 7th, because 9 minus 2 is 7. Now going in the opposite direction, we're going to expand using the quotient property. Let's do number 11. So we're going to write this into multiple logs. Numerator comes first, minus log base 5 of the denominator. Now I'm just checking to see if anything can simplify here. 5 raised to what power gives you 1? 5 raised to the 0 power gives you 1, so that's 0 right there. And then I can't really do anything simplifying. 5 raised to what power gives me 3? So I'm going to leave it like that. So your answer would just be 0 minus that, which is negative log base 5 of 3. Same thing for number 12. Writing it as log m subtracted by log 7. and you can't do anything there to simplify. Now the last property is called the power property, and if we have a number being raised to an exponent, in this case n, that number or variable is going to get put in front as the coefficient, and we can write it like that. We can also go backwards. If the number is written in front and being multiplied, we could then put it back to the exponent. Let's look at number 13. The number is written in front, so now we're going to put it back right there, and we write our final answer as log base 4 of 2 to the 5th. And we can simplify that even further. Log base 4, I believe that might be, let's see, 8 is 3, 16, 32. And we can't simplify that because 4 raised to nothing gives us 32. Number 14, let's do that. Move the 7 back as the exponent. So our final answer is log base 2 of x to the 7th. And then going the opposite direction, we're going to take the exponent and move it in front. So we have 7 times log base 2 of 8. And I think we can keep on going. This log base 2 of 8, 2 raised to what power gives us 8? To the 3rd power. So it's 7 times 3, which is 21. All right, let's do number 17 now. Here we have this whole big exponent. And then we also have a 3 being multiplied. And it's telling us to expand. So what we're going to do is take that exponent and bring it out in front. So we have 3x minus 1 in front of log 4. Distributing gives us 3x minus 3 of log 4. And I am actually going to separate this in parentheses right here. Now, I believe you could leave it like that. Another way to do it is if you distribute that log 4 to both of these terms here. Maybe saying 3x log 4 minus 3 log 4. Just because we're expanding and you want to stretch it out as far as possible. All right, let's put everything together. Let's do some examples where we have all 3 of these properties together. Okay, now on the back we're going to condense. So going ahead and condensing, we're going to put this into a single log at the end. So to start, this is power property, putting that as the exponent, so log 6 squared minus log 9. And then the subtraction means division, quotient property, so we have log 36 on top, which was 6 squared, divided by log 9. And we can divide those to make a single log of 36 divided by 9, which is 4. And that's our single log answer. Let's do another one. Let's do maybe 22. Here we have addition. Addition is product property, which means we're going to multiply 15 times 4. And then we have a subtraction, which means divide. So we're going to divide that by log base 2 of 6. And then just cleaning this up, we get 15 times 4, which is 60, divided by the log base 2 of 6. And we can simplify that even further into a single log of log base 2 of 10. Let's do one more on condensing. 24 looks a little tricky. We could do 24. I actually want to talk about maybe 26. So 26, we have a lot of stuff going on. we have this 2 in front, and we're going to move that as the exponent, so we have log 36 here. And then we have subtraction, which means we're going to divide. We're going to divide by log 16, but then remember that 1/4 is now the exponent here, so 16 to the 1/4. And then we have plus, which means we're going to multiply. Whenever we see plus, you're going to multiply it on top of a log 3. Let's clean this up a little bit. Here we have 36 times 3 on top. (108). And then we have log 16 to the 1/4 power. 16 to the 1/4 power is 2. So we have log 2. And then dividing 108 by 2, we get 54. And that's our single condensed log. Now, going to expanding. Let's start with 27. Here we're going to write multiple logs. Let's go with this color. Let's go with orange. We have some multiplication going on. So that means we're going to add. So log base 6 of x. And then we're going to add another log base 6, but in this case y. And then we're going to add a log base 6 of z to the 4th. But that exponent gets moved in front by the power property. And that's it. That's expanding. Multiplying becomes addition with your multiple logs. Let's move on to maybe number 31 here. Here I'm going to write this log as 7x to the 3rd, but raised to the 1/2 power, because that's what the square root means. I'm going to take that 1/2 and I'm going to put it in front to begin expanding. And then I'm going to keep that 1/2 in front and then separate this out by expanding my 7x cubed. I'm going to make a log of 7. And since it's being multiplied here by x to the 3rd, I need to add log x to the 3rd. But instead of writing the 3 up here, I am going to move that 3 in front, because that 3rd power only applies to that x. It doesn't get put with the 7 as well. But the 1/2 power was applied to everything here, so that's why it's out front. All right, last example for today. Let's maybe do 30. Expanding this, we're going to move the 2 out in front to log base 2 of this y divided by z to the 5th. Quotient rule says that when we have the numbers being divided, we're going to subtract. So we have y minus log base 2 of z. And instead of writing that 5th power, I'm going to put it out in front. And that is my fully expanded log. Let me know what questions you have on this topic, and have a great night.